Well, it's about time. We finally have a Wonder Woman movie. Of course, just to clarify, she already appeared in Batman vs. Superman. There was a Wonder Woman TV series in the 70s starring Linda Carter. And also in the 70s, there was a pilot for another series starring Kathy Lee Crosby. There was an animated direct-to-video Wonder Woman movie in 2009. And the character appeared in many other animated films and TV series, but she's been largely missing in today's trend of superheroes, and now finally she is represented in a standalone live-action film. And the wait was worth it because it's really good. The plot is much more focused than many of the other superhero movies today. It's not like Batman vs. Superman where they jam-packed so many different characters and storylines that it became a complete mess. It seemed like DC was just trying to hurry up to get to Justice League because Marvel already did the Avengers twice and has just been running circles around DC. So they tried to do too much at once. I was worried that they were going to skip straight to Justice League, so I'm really glad they stopped to dedicate a whole movie to Wonder Woman because it was much needed. I'm not a comic book expert or anything like that. I watch these movies very casually. While I enjoy them, I've seen so many superhero movies that I've gone numb. It starts to become all the same thing. So I was worried the Wonder Woman movie would have a disadvantage by coming so late in the game, but it stands up against all that and delivers. It's one of the best this genre has to offer. Gal Gadot is perfect as Wonder Woman, and that's not to say I'm familiar with all the different versions in the comics. Like I said, I'm not a comic expert, but for this live-action film, for me, this comes off as just right. Just seeing her standing there just looks really cool. It reminded me of the first time I saw Michael Keaton in the Batman suit and thinking how awesome it looked. This is the first time in a while where I think the portrayal just has that instant quality where it radiates with the pure essence of the character. Chris Pine as Captain Trevor is also really good. The two of them have a great chemistry together. Even though it's a very familiar format, it's like the buddy cop scenario. You take two characters that are completely different and put them together. They go on each other's turfs, so you get to see Trevor in Wonder Woman's habitat and then Wonder Woman in Trevor's habitat. And each time they poke humor at how out of place they are. There's a lot of humor here. None of it came off as forced. It had a natural vibe. The action scenes were spectacular. Just when I thought I was getting tired of all those slow motion shots, this movie made it feel awesome again. There were plenty of great money shots where I just thought, wow, that's cool. They spread the action scenes out, saving most of it for the end, which is usually the case. But there was something about it here where every time it happened, it was exciting. They used it just the right amount so it never became overkill. There's only a few things I didn't like, but they're minor. A lot of it has a very dreary look, mostly because a lot of it takes place in London, and that's how London is often depicted in films. Most of you probably know I like horror films, so dreary is not a problem for me. Even Batman's setting of Gotham City is dreary, but I appreciate when there's more color in superhero films. Like in the beginning of this film, when they're on the island, it's beautiful. All the colors are bright and vibrant, and then it sort of takes on this like murky look. Not really a huge problem, it was just a little tiny gripe. There is one other thing that I didn't like so much, and it was the villains. They weren't bad, but I thought it was one of the weaker parts of the film. I'll tell you specifically what I didn't like, but it's kind of a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, turn the video off now. Overall, I thought it was really great, and I was glad to see Wonder Woman finally given the proper attention. And I'm also interested to see how Justice League turns out. So on to the spoiler. It's not much of a spoiler since it's kind of a bit of a cliche already, but the villain who you thought was the villain is not the main villain. I think that's a bit sloppy. I don't like when that happens all the time. I'd rather it just be one villain to focus on so we can get to know that villain and build the villain up in our minds, instead of all these twists. Batman Begins did a similar thing with Ra's al Ghul. There was some other guy who pretended to be Ra's al Ghul, but he was only a decoy. I hated that. I just don't get the point. It's not quite that bad in Wonder Woman, but still, without knowing a ton about the comics, I would have preferred it to be just one single clear villain. Anyway, overall, not much to complain about here. pretty damn good. I say check it out.